So templates for the interior. We can use the same method that we did the templates for the exterior, because the light that comes into the cockpit through the holes of the windows, that's a too small amount of the light to light up the interior in somehow that we could call reality. That's why we can use the method with V-Ray renderer as before. Well, we're going to use mental ray and something that is called ambient occlusion. I'm going to save the file as on the different name. Hide everything that I don't need. I'm going to leave only the low detailed interior for a moment. First thing we have to do is to go to render setup, assign renderer, and we have to change the renderer to mental ray. That's first important thing. Second important thing is where that was. Alright, in here. Sampling quality. You can leave the quarter as a minimum amount, but the maximum amount I suggest to set it to 256, because in the render to texture option we will create the sampling per pixel, and the more samples we will use, the less grain the texture will be, and we don't want the texture to be too grainy, so we are going to use something around 100 samples per pixels. That's all about renderer setup. Now material. We need to assign new material to the car. That is white. Now we are going to enter the UVW editor, because we are using the mental ray, and mental ray gives a lot of artifacts while rendering the parts that are overlapped. We have to get rid of all overlapped parts we used in this car. Remember one more thing, always get rid of the overlapped parts in the interior from the driver's side of view, because the driver's side of car is more just darker, you know, because of the steering wheel and all the stuff that's around the driver. So we have to get rid of that kind of we have to get rid of driver side parts. Alright, doesn't matter which one in this case. Okay, it's just about right. Collapse to now. Render to texture. Hit 0. General setting. Objects to bake. Remember padding number 2. Use existing channel 1. And we are adding two maps. First, alpha map with the size that we want it to be created. For this purpose I'm going to leave 256 on 256, doesn't really matter, and we are saving it as PNG file. PNG because we need transparency with in the file. Now we are adding another map, ambient occlusion mental ray, also the same size. We are raising up the samples to 100, but in the final production, in the render, just to save a time, I will set it for, let's say, 50. And we have two colors, bright and the dark. Bright white color means this place has no shadow on it. It's only light, so it will be rendered with white. Dark, it means no light. So everywhere where the light is not reaching, it will become fully dark. We can afford to have that because the render will be really dark. So we are changing the bright to a gray with amount of 120. Why? Because in the Photoshop we are going to use some hard light setting for the layer, and with hard light setting, about this color of gray is not going to shine up, brighten up, change the color of the texture under the shadow layer. Dark color, I suggest you to play yourself with this, because if you set too small range between bright and dark, the details will be rendered really shallow. If you do too dark, you will not receive the result for the interior, the proper result for the interior. I'm usually setting it around 40-50. That's full enough, and we're just hitting render and waiting. As you can see, it's also creating some kind of baking objects, etc. Now it's creating the end result. You don't really have to look at this, because this is not the map we are going to get. This view you can see here, this is a diffuse map, this is a complete map. However, on this map, the renderer creates something like this. It's from high detailed interior. I didn't want to waste the time, but this is a shadow map, and this is an alpha map for our shadow. Now let's copy that. Remember one thing, it's a PNG file. You have to add some something in the corner to keep the size of the file, to have it in the right size. Now you can delete the corner markings. Alright, same with the with alpha channel. We are copying it into untitled 1, deleting whatever we don't need. Alright, let's paint the background into some color, for example red. So as you can see, the alpha channel I created shows all the parts in the plain color, plain white, with padding 2. That means it's a little bit bigger, and with that alpha channel we will create a mask that will hide every space that have not any object of the car on the UVW template. Now the shadow layer hard light, and now you can see the shading gives more detail to the texture. And this is how we are doing the interior shadow interior templates. As I said, you can play around the settings in the render to texture stuff to have better results that fits your work better. And that would be all. This is how high detailed interview looks with the shadow rendered and the templates displayed on the car. And see you in the last video. That will be summary for whole our work.